Lori Wright, also known as Not Your Average Grandma. I created this podcast as a place to go for midlife inspiration. If you are in a stage where you believe the best is behind you, it is my hope that one of these episodes will ignite a long suppressed or unrealized desire, and you will see the potential within yourself just waiting to be tapped, so you can do amazing things with the time you have left. I want you to stop seeing your age as a limitation and start seeing it as your superpower. You have years of experience and value that the younger you never had, so it's time to lean into that and use it to fuel your future. No more letting age hold you back from the pursuit of a more passion-filled life. The more passionate we are, the better the world will be. So stop settling for average, put your AirPods in, and let this episode inspire you to take the first step in transforming your mind, body, and soul. Welcome to another episode of Not Your Average Lives. In today's abundance episode, I want to share an excerpt from my Simple Abundance book. And it was so powerful to me when I read it. And I thought it was something important enough to share with you. And I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to share my thoughts when I'm done. Okay, here we go. It was just another manic Monday for Nancy, Cheryl, Valerie, Kathleen, Gilda, Elizabeth, and Patricia. Just another business trip, another swing on the flying trapeze. Children were kissed and sent off to school. Babies were left with sitters. Spouses were reminded about soccer practice, the casserole in the freezer, the laundry that needed to be picked up. Their day was frazzled or pleasant, successful or disappointing. Does it really matter? At the end of it, perhaps there was an opportunity to grab some small treat in the gift shop before boarding American Eagle Flight 4148 to Chicago's O'Hare Airport. Waiting for them were loved ones eager to report on the day's happenings, cabs to catch, connections to make. Instead, there were news bulletins, phone calls, disbelief, devastation, shock, pain, grief, hearts broken, dreams dashed, as Nancy, 48, Cheryl, 44, Valerie, 44, Kathleen, 47, Gilda, 43, Elizabeth, 37, and Patricia, 42, never made it home. For as the plane was descending, the inconceivable occurred. All the women perished in a fiery crash, along with 61 other souls. In their final moments, did they realize they weren't going to make it? What were their last thoughts? It certainly wasn't the deal made or lost, or how hassled their day had been. Surely their last thoughts were real. Maybe the faces of those they loved pushed away the fear. Maybe there was no time for regrets. I hope so. I pray so. If we are alive, we cannot escape loss. The litany of loss is a part of real life. The World Trade Center. We all know where we were when we heard the news. Today might be tough for you. You might not want the next moment to show itself, to reveal the twists and turns of life's mystery. But at least you have it. You still have life. A choice as to how you will live this precious day. Don't wish it away. Don't waste it. For the love of all that's holy, redeem 1 hour. Hold it close. Cherish it. Above all, be grateful for it. Let your thanksgiving rise above the din of disappointment, opportunities lost, mistakes made, the clamor of all that has not yet come. And if today is so horrendous that the gift doesn't seem worth acknowledging, if you can't find one moment to enjoy, one simple pleasure to savor, one friend to call, one person to love, one thing to share, one smile to offer, if life is so difficult you don't want to bother living it to the fullest, then don't live today for yourself. Live it for those who cannot. Live it for Nancy, Cheryl, Valerie, Kathleen, Gilda, Elizabeth, and Patricia. The Simple Abundance book this excerpt is from by Sarah Ban Breathnach. I've been reading every day since I first purchased it and started this abundance series. And this excerpt is from September 11th. So you can imagine, and I read ahead as I was researching a course I just created on abundance. And so I was skipping ahead and reading excerpts that I found powerful. So we're not there yet. September 11th has not arrived yet. The anniversary of that day is 8 days away. So I thought that this would be an appropriate subject, message to share with my listeners on this day as we head to that momentous anniversary, and for you to think about how it could be, and maybe think twice about when you're having a bad day that it could be a lot worse, and to be grateful for the day you're having and the precious moment that you're having. And it was pretty profound to me when, especially the last line, if today is so horrendous that the gift doesn't seem worth acknowledging, live it for those who cannot. No matter where you are in life, I think this message can hit everybody right in the heart. So I hope that you have a new perspective on what may be a shitty day. Hope this helps. It's going to be something that obviously I'm thinking about a lot over the next week, and in memory of these people who lost their life suddenly and very devastatingly. And this episode is not meant to bring sadness. It's meant to bring you a sense of understanding what gratitude's all about. Even when it's bleak, even when we can't see the good, it could be worse. When we just so much sometimes focus on what's bad in our life, but just the fact that we're alive and breathing gives us hope for a better tomorrow. So sit with that, and I hope you enjoy this. One of my shortest episodes, but hopefully a very powerful one. Thank you so much for tuning into the Not Your Average Lives podcast. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe on iTunes if you have an Apple device. You can find free resources and learn what else I have going on at the moment that might interest you on my website at notyouraverage.grandma.com. You can also find me on Instagram or Facebook at Not Your Average Grandma. If you liked this episode, it would make my heart so happy if you could leave me a 5-star rating. You can also add a review to let me know what you like about this podcast, which will help spread the word about it to others who need a little midlife inspiration. As always, be you, listen to your inner voice, and focus on reigniting that lost spark so you can start living your own Not Your Average life.